Is it true that housing policies in Canada have shifted housing from a necessary public infrastructure to a wealth-generating enterprise, particularly under the Harper government? Let's examine the facts behind this claim. Yes, it's true. Canada's housing policy underwent a significant transformation, especially during the Harper years, moving away from treating housing as a basic need and toward prioritizing it as a financial asset. This trend accelerated from 2006 to 2015 under the Harper Conservative government. The Harper years deepened the financialization of housing through several key changes. These included reducing federal involvement in social housing, reforming CMHC to serve private lending interests, and framing housing as a personal investment rather than a shared social good. No new federal investments in affordable or social housing were made during the Harper government. Operating agreements for existing social housing were allowed to expire, leading to a gradual erosion of Canada's public housing stock, without replacement. During this period, CMHC, Canada's National Housing Agency, expanded mortgage-backed securities to fuel private lending. Its mandate shifted to supporting homeownership and mortgage markets, rather than focusing on affordability or rental housing. Stability of financial markets became the priority, not shelter as a human right. The Harper government introduced tax policies that favored property as an investment. Capital gains exemptions on primary residences encouraged wealth building over accessibility. Real estate investment trusts, REITs, were given favorable tax status and absorbed large amounts of Canada's rental stock. Regulation of foreign real estate investment was minimal. A critical ideological shift took place. The federal government increasingly treated housing as a private market commodity. Responsibility was offloaded to provinces and municipalities, and Ottawa retreated from direct involvement, arguing that housing was no longer a federal duty. The effects of these changes were profound. House prices soared, especially in cities like Vancouver and Toronto. New affordable housing construction slowed dramatically. Large institutional investors gained control of rental markets. And inequality worsened, as homeownership became a key vehicle for capital accumulation. August, 2020. The financialization of Canadian housing, comparing urban housing markets. Urban Studies, 57, 1, 36-54. Provided foundational evidence on how financialization has reshaped Canada's urban housing markets, demonstrating how investment practices and global capital flows influence affordability and supply. Walks, A. 2014. Canada's Housing Bubble Story, Mortgage Securitization, the State, and the Global Financial Crisis. International Journal of Urban and Regional Research, explained the structural role of federal and financial institutions in amplifying housing market volatility, offering historical context for current affordability challenges. Pomeroy, S. 2023. Restoring Housing as a Public Good in Canada, an Alternative Federal Policy Framework. Canadian Housing Evidence Collaborative. Outlined a comprehensive policy framework advocating for housing as a social and economic public good, emphasizing federal leadership and long-term affordability strategies. Gates, S., Dage, E., Richter, T., and Redman, M., 2016. The State of Homelessness in Canada 2016. Canadian Observatory on Homelessness Press. Supplied data and analysis on homelessness trends, linking housing affordability and availability to social outcomes and policy effectiveness across provinces. CMHC. 2015, Annual Report 2015. Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation. Contributed official financial and operational statistics on Canada's housing programs, providing baseline institutional data on supply, lending, and federal housing initiatives. Viewers can pause here to review the full citations.